Hey, Shalom Akim. This is Naaman with the DC Camp, branch of Great Millstone here in DC. Back for another video. First and foremost, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Once again, double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who do well. I'd like to send salutations also to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and the byways pushing this truth across four corners of the earth while we're trying to make it to remain hopefully late. Alright, because time is very, very short. Alright, so here, ladies and gentlemen, as you've already read the title by now, we are blessed with seeing someone that's one of the first times that I can remember where someone's not going to sugarcoat shit. Alright, for the sake of, them folks. She's talking about earlier in his career where he traveled with, his so-called white friends. And he's just going to tell you straight up, it wasn't pleasant by any means. In fact, you can still hear the pain in his voice when he tells you this. Alright, but we are so, we're the only ones that are expected to just, put on this fake, face, if you will, when it comes to, just give us the highlights. We don't need to hear it, And he's going to go into this in much detail. Alright, and explain to you why this is done. Alright, and it's not by accident, because a lot of even our own people will say, you just gotta let sleeping dogs lie, let bygone people. No, bullshit. Nobody else does. So let's go ahead and roll this video.
So I came across this clip on Twitter where you have Aaron Rodriguez talking to Hall of Famer Reggie Jackson, and he's asking him, hey Reggie, how does it feel to be back in the stadium, right? How does it feel to be back, where you once played with a great team, okay, as being a great baseball athlete? How does it
Now you have, Salaki, I just want to, I didn't know if you, on the panel you have Big Papi, used to play for the Red Sox, and then you have Rodriguez, played for the Yankees, alright? Two immigrants, by the way. And there's a big thing now, that's why I'm stopping this to point this out. There's this big thing that's been going on lately where immigrants are speaking out against our people for asking for reparations. I just want to throw that in there. Alright, and I don't know if that has anything to do with him, the way he expresses himself here. I'm just throwing it in there just to let you know what else is going on that may be related.
Feel emotional back to a play that you played with one of the greatest teams around. And Reggie, what happens next is that Reggie gives him the truth, and he gives the viewers the truth, that it wasn't great. Because the answer that they were expecting, the answer was, I want people to understand this, whenever they ask you these dumb questions, how does it feel? They want you to glorify it. Oh, it was great,
Yeah.
back in the stadium. It brings back memories of me hitting home runs, great stuff. That's what they want. Okay, they want you to reminisce about really, really trash times they put you in. That's what they want. That is what the producers, that is what everyone wanted and was expecting him to say. And that's not what happened. And I'm glad that's not what happened. Because what he tells is a tale of horrors. Because that's what it was. He talks about, if he wouldn't wish this on anyone. Think about that. He wouldn't wish what he went through on
And that's something else I want to address here, because often our people will say that. Bullshit. Oh, I wish very much. And in fact, that's scripture. Whether I would wish it or not, it's going to happen. It says they're going to get double what they gave us. Just putting that out there.
He was talking about, where they couldn't go to eat a diner. So they say, hey, I don't want that N-word in my place.
Alex, when people ask me a question like that, it's like, coming back here is not easy. The racism that I played here, but I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I would never want to do it again. I walked into restaurants and they would point at me and said, can't eat here. I would go to a hotel and they said, can't stay here.
Couldn't find places to sleep because they're like, hey, I don't want that N-word in this hotel. It got so bad where he was talking about where he had to sleep with a friend and they threatened, I believe, I can't recall, but they threatened to cause harm to the apartment complex by having him in it.
I slept on their couch 3-4 nights a week for about a month and a half. Finally, they were threatened that they would burn our apartment complex down unless I got out.
I want you to understand this. Now, here's also what you have to understand. These demons, these assaulting, demonic possessed people, what they love to do is never take accountability for their actions. Never.
Yep.
They will never do it. What they want you
It's always your fault.
Is downplay. That's what they want you to do.
You could have done something different.
They want you to put on your smile and start dancing.
Yep.
Like, oh, it wasn't so bad. We had it really good during Jim Crow. That's what they want you to start doing, and he wasn't doing that. He wasn't doing that. He didn't say the N-word. He said the actual hard R and let people know what he had to experience. And I want people to understand that this was what? He was playing 1980s or so? That was 30 years ago.
Well, 50 years ago. 51, it says 73, so.
What they love to do is try to say, oh, it was a long time ago, Lucas. Oh,
especially when it comes to us.
A long time ago. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't at all. Now, you tell me where I'm wrong. You tell me, okay, this lineage of evil, you want to tell me that it changed within 30 years? According to who? According to what? By what metric? Nothing, in many regards, has changed. The only thing, if anything at all, that has changed is the superficial, cosmetic appearance of things.
Yep, that's it.
Everything else,
and that's quickly eroding away.
Hatred that they have for us, that inferiority complex that they have, that's in their heart.
Yep.
It takes some time to change the heart, and really you can't change the heart. The only person who can change the heart is God. That's the only person. And as we can see with Pharaoh, even sometimes that doesn't work.
Well, we're in the time of the new Pharaoh, and we understand through the scriptures that the Most High hardened his heart. All right, he was actually about to say, "Fuck it, get these motherfuckers out of here." Talking about Israel, you know, but the Most High hardened his heart. All right, he said, "No, get them back. Yeah, I'm gonna lose all this productivity, and you know they built my treasure city. Same thing here." He refused to let us go. All right, again, this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt. You know, Revelation chapter 11. All right, so the same thing's happening now. All right, they do just enough to satisfy them. The scriptures on that. When we go to Isaiah chapter 30, all right, we covered this last night at the Pilgrims camp. This is, you know, Jake just has it bad. Let me, hold on here. Just can't. Alright. Alright, here we go. This is Isaiah. I'm going to go up. Let's see. Because, of course, this chapter here is dealing with our people just expect our enemies. Oh, crap. Hold on. Here it is. It says, "Woe to the rebellious children." Alright. We're talking about the Israelites here, our people, saith the Most High Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin, that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked my mouth, all right, to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, just as modern day America here, all right. You look at, well, America's got the well, let me keep going. right, and therefore shall the strength of, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. It is becoming, and hopefully, a lot of you can see that now that, hey, America ain't what it used to be. Especially by comparison, the other nations, you got a lot more parity as far as weaponry and everything. So, in other words, everybody's starting to hate the whore. The whore is America. It says, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be ashamed, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion. Alright? Because a lot of this shit is just propped up by belief, like the money. Alright? That wicked system that is, finance. For his princes were at Zoan, alright, and his ambassadors came to Hanes. They were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be any help nor profit. But let me get I got this other Bible read. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go to just straight KJV. Alright. For his princes, let me see. Hold on. Alright. It says, they were all ashamed of a people that could not profit them, nor be any help nor profit, but a shame and also a reproach. The burden of the beast to the south into the land of trouble and anguish, from whence, Salaki. Let's try again. Alright, let's just go straight KJV. Alright. It says, where I leave 06. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, the burden of the beast of the south into the land of trouble and anguish. Alright. I just want to double check. It's just, let's see. From whence came the young and old lion, the viper and fiery flying serpent. They will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and their treasures upon the bunches of camels, to a people that shall not profit them. Here's my point. For the Egyptians shall help in vain, as America does. They do just enough. The idea, it's not become apparent by now, is never restore these people we fucked over for so long. Give them just a little bit. Just keep them prisoners of hope. Just do just enough. Alright, it says, for the Egyptians, verse 7, for the Egyptians shall help in vain and to no purpose. Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still. Alright? Our people don't get it. After all this time, history, which the witchcraft of these elites and these people are so adept at conning our people into forgetting about all the wickedness, for the most part, that's been done and that's still being done to them. Alright? And yet our people, they want to help everybody else, but never focus on, hey, what about us? And there have been lots of people, so I hear, across the world. There would be, years ago I heard some guy, Jake, talking about where he worked somewhere where this woman from Ireland said they would be very much interested in working with Jake, but they look at our people and we can't even, there's no unity amongst us, and these are the curses. Alright? Let's go back to the video.
Themselves, people keep talking about racism, right? The dumbest person on this planet, probably Morgan Freeman, probably at least top 10. When he was asked, how do we stop racism? He talks about, don't talk about it. Dumbest response ever. When it comes to racism, and comes to not us, we can try and fight for change, but we are not, unfortunately, in positions of power.
Because we don't have the power.
To cause that change.
Yeah.
We're not there. Racism to end, that's on white people. That's who that's on. Whether you're Jewish, agnostic, Semitic, I don't care. That's who that's on to end racism. They keep on talking about racism. We didn't start it, okay? And we can't finish it. That's not how that's going to work. I can't change your evil wickedness. I can't change your heart. I can't change how you feel.
There you go.
About someone due to the color of their skin and again that you confess. And in this country, what has happened is they have profited off of racism. Think about that. They have now codified it to the extent where they found a way to make money off of what they do best. Because they get paid both ways. They get paid off of the Fox News who tries to say it doesn't happen, it doesn't exist, or downplay it, and they get paid off of the CNN who tries to hyperbolize it in some cases, saying, hey, it's everywhere, your dog may even be racist, where it gets to the point where it's a mockery. That's what these two demons are doing. They're making a mockery of us, and they get paid. And I think what's really crucial in what he said was the fact that, hey, he gave thanks to his manager, to his white friends that he had. The fact that he had a manager that would stand up for him. Where he said, hey, if you won't allow him to eat here, none of us are going to eat here. That, hey, if you won't allow him to sleep here, none of us are going to sleep here.
Fortunately, I had a manager, Johnny McNamara, that if I couldn't eat in the place, nobody would eat. We'd get food to travel. If I couldn't stay in a hotel, they'd drive to the next hotel where I could stay. Had it not been for Raleigh Fingers, Johnny McNamara, Dave Duncan, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. At the same time, had it not been for my white friends, had it not been for a white manager, and Rudy, Fingers, Duncan, and Lee Myers, I would have never made it.
That's what he gives thanks to. And the problem is, where are those people now? Where are those?
Well, actually, it's a little misplaced there because, well, not a little misplaced, it is misplaced. You give thanks to the Most High, especially in the time that he was talking about, because things could have been so very wrong. Alright, so he put it in those guys' hearts to look out for him. Alright, you gotta give, hey, where it's due, give it. And that's to the Most High Yahweh, alright? And his son, Yahweh Shah, alright?
White people now. Whereas I say the John Brown of society, they are nowhere to be found. Republican Party constantly wants to talk about, the party, David Party is in KKK, and yet you have no John Browns in that party. None. You have no John Browns in the Democrat Party. You have none. So where are these white people that would do that for us presently, what they did for him back then? They don't exist. They don't exist, or they're too cowardly. And what they have allowed to happen is the vocal simpletons of society to take control of the wheel of this country. And they are driving us off a cliff. That's what they are doing. They're driving us off a cliff as they cry victim. So I think that is pivotal. I think that is crucial, because you can't clap with one hand. There has to be some type of some support. There has to be people aside from Black Americans who want justice in this country, who want to see, as far as reparations given to people who are the descendants of slaves, where they stole their land, they stole their culture and bastardized it so they could turn a profit. They told black women that they were ugly and tried to sell them their materials, their wigs, their clothes. They have completely attempted to commercialize an entire race of people. That's what they have done. And that is sick. And there has to be some...
Again, part of the curses.
Oh, that's sick. That's evil. There has to be some Asians out there sick. There has to be somebody, bro. Because if there's not, if we fall...
They're all in league with each other.
That's why I don't think people understand. If
Psalms 83.
The country falls. But you also have to take into account that we're all Americans, right? So if you can help an American group of people who have been with you since the jump, been with you in every single war, have yet to do any type of January 6th or any type of mass violence towards the government and its people for the heinous actions they've done to us has yet to happen. And if you can benefit them, you're going to benefit the country. But unfortunately, it seems that the hatred and anti-black racism is so deeply woven into the fabric of this country that
because black. It's like, come on, you all have not come to the conclusion at this late stage in the game that it's more to it than the color of your skin. When things like this keep happening to a specific group of people, and I'm talking about Northern Kingdom too, I'm not just talking about Southern Kingdom, so-called Negroes, the usually dark complexion, so-called Haitians, and Benjamin, Caribbean islands there. This signals that it's something more. You don't keep putting your foot on somebody's throat like this just to make mockery. No, we because you're so superior, this is done because these people are a threat. That's what I'm trying to get at. These people are a threat, and we're trying to tell you people out there, all right, that have no clue as to what's really going on. We're giving you the answers as to why this is so, because it is we that are the Israelites. We are a special kind of threat in that we are the spiritual threat in opposition to this coming new world order. So they've got to do away. We're the huge threat to them where it counts. No, we don't have nuclear weapons or anything like that, but they know that those on our side trump all that. Well, I didn't mean to say that like that, but in light of what's going on. But who's backing us? That strikes fear in their heart. Believe you me. Alright, we are that threat. And a lot of them know that they fucked up. And they see that their end is coming. That's why Revelation 12, chapter 12, verse 12, might as well read the whole thing. Because the woman that's talking about it is us. It's the nation of Israel. And that red dragon, that's talking about them. So right. And they can sense that, it's over. This nice little ride of theirs where, because we're on punishment, they were allowed to do all kinds of ungodly things, and that's because they were allowed to do those things. Alright, but that's coming to an end. Continuing on.
That they are willing to blow it up. They're willing to blow it up, as opposed to just simply saying, hey, what do you need? We have taken so much from you. Taken so much from you. What can we do to rectify our wrong? And then, I don't know where those white people are. I don't know. I would like to know. If you find some, let me know. I don't know where they are in office. I don't know where they are on TV. I don't come across them. I do not come across them very often, if at all, in some cases. So what he says is he thanks his coach and whatnot because he probably would have been swinging from an oak tree. And I can only imagine the mental and physical, just depression you'd be going through.
Yeah.
To have someone disrespect you and know that if you were to defend yourself.
That happens to everybody but us.
How's that different from presently what's going on? Instead of saying, hey, you can't come here, what do? They outprice you.
Mm-hmm.
They Think about this. Think about what I'm saying.
Gentrification.
All this change that they want to talk about, ain't no change
Nope.
in 30 years. Stop it. You're not having any change in 30 years. They've just found ways to mask the wickedness.
And that's what I've always said.
If they don't want to hire you, because legally they can't say, well, we don't hire black people here. What are they saying? We don't have any more applications. The position has been filled.
And our people keep falling for this bullshit.
What they do? They raise the price. That's what they do. Up until the point you get some wealthy black people in there, and then they discriminate against you. Make your life a living hell. So they have ways of circumventing the system that they created. That's the funny part. They have ways to go about it. So they want to talk about police. Oh, the police here protect us. You know, they protect you. That's what they do. They terrorize everyone else. I just find it interesting when people talk about this progress that's been made. If you look at the black individuals in the political arena, think about what progress they've been making. None. Every single black person in the political arena, whether it's a Candace Owens to a Clyburn, they all have made their progress, or their I guess you could say progress, for lack of better words. They have made their fame and fortune at the behest of either a white Jew or a white Gentile.
So-called Jew.
That's what's happened. So, what type of existence is that?
Yeah.
What type of future is that? Do you really consider that progress? To have a bunch of racist saltines tell you what you can say, what you can do?
Kyrie Irving.
Is that really progress? We saw Kyrie Irving. Is that really progress? Just because you got a mill in the bank, but you don't have your actual freedom? You really can't say what you want to say? Is that freedom? No, that seems like a slavery with a twist. That's what that seems like. Now, I find it humorous when you have all these white ignorants, this trailer trash, talking about, well, he's a millionaire. What you mean about racism? This a person a millionaire? Foolish. So where does that leave you? Where does that leave us? So, I'm glad he said what he said, just to give people a refresher that, hey, this isn't the country that you think it is. That your experience with this country is heavily and highly different than black
There you
Americans'
go.
experience with this country. And don't ever forget it, because they love trying to erase black American history. They love it. Anyways, guys, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. Whether or not you believe, look at all that's in the past, okay? Y'all all settle in the past. That happened long time ago. Oh, that's changed now. Or you can believe really nothing has changed, brother. Y'all putting a Band-Aid on a gaping wound. That's not going to help it. You're not doing anything. It's a temporary fix, a lot of the stuff that they've done. And the reason why they've done temporary fixes is because they want it to be harmful. They want to harm black Americans. That's always been their intent from the jump. Always. People's hearts don't change in the span of 30 years. As a generation, as a country, it doesn't happen. You got mofos still in Congress, 80, 90 years old. Okay? So, I mean, we can even look at the presidency right now. It doesn't change. Unfortunately, it doesn't change. Nevertheless, if you happen to disagree, you know where to find me. Friday to Sunday, Disagreement Day. Call in. We'll talk it out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free.
Yeah, they love to sensationalize, especially when it comes to them JOOs. You know, that bullshit. But at the same time, you know, they try to keep a lid on what's going on with us. And like I said at the offset, there's this thing now where the immigrants are joining the white supremacists and saying, why are you all asking for reparations? In particular, there's one piece of shit in Missouri that her family came over here in 2009 from Colombia, and she's running for Secretary of State. I started to do I don't know, fuck. I mean, and here she is, like 25 years old, some shit. She talking about some, I mean, she sounds just like them fucking rednecks too. You know, yeah, if you don't like America, you should get the fuck out. I mean, just like that. Of course, they beep it out, but yeah, this is what's going on. Yeah. See, they find dumb motherfuckers like this, and like I say, you know, they find anybody that can to try to put another face on it, you know, and these stupid asses jump right on in because why? All right, they want to make it here at all costs, and who's the easiest ones to take advantage of and step all over, so you can, they can, climb on up that ladder. There you go. So that's going to be it for this video. I think I went longer than I expected to, but this is what we deal with. And like I said, it's so refreshing to see someone like this just speak his mind, tell what really happened, don't sugarcoat. Alright, despite that they wanted you to. Hey, so with that, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Just remember, hey, time's growing short here. All these things that are happening, I mean, it's just hard to keep track of it. And I just, through all that, I just like to find stories like this, because as an example, nothing has changed, man. They just have a knack, through their sorceries and everything, that they've been able to hide it and convince Jake, that gaslighting technique. Alright, that's witchery. Alright. That's what it is. And Jake is saying, it ain't so bad, no, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. That's the, hey, so until the next video, hey, shalom.